Right, so welcome back to another video. In this video, let us see the different blinking patterns of LEDs. So we have seen one type of blinking pattern. All LEDs are becoming on and all LEDs are becoming off. So let us see one more blinking pattern. The blinking pattern types which you can see in the inset here. So this kind of blinking patterns you can also write a program for that. So first let us start with the previous, let us save the previous program as E3 and let us do small changes in the same program. So I would like to save it as E3.c. Then after saving this, so let us do small changes. What are those small changes? Entire program remains same, only the small change. And I hope you remember the program. There is a main method. Inside the main method we have declared two variables I comma j, and then we have used a while one loop, and inside the while one loop we wrote our code. Okay, so this is the code which we wrote for generating the delays and observing the blinking pattern on LEDs which are connected to port P1. So now the same program, I choose same program, but I will choose a different blinking pattern. So I will write phi and then I will write its opposite value. Opposite value of phi is AA. Okay, so in binary, if you write the phi, equivalent of phi is 0101. Opposite of that is 1010. So 8 plus 2, it will become 10, so it is A. And 4 plus 1 will become 5. So I hope you are following. 8421, you just multiply that to binary numbers. So a binary equivalent of phi is 0101 and its opposite value is 1010. So I wrote same that A here and phi here, and similarly IR enable as also phi. So after changing this program to E3, so we will follow the same. We will remove this from the workspace. Okay, and then after removing this from the source group, we will be adding our desired file E3.c. Okay, so after adding E3.c, if you want, you can close E1. So just see here, the program is not yet saved, but instead of saving, you can directly compile it. It will be automatically saved and then compiled. Okay, so file got saved and then it got compiled, and I got 0 errors and 0 warnings. Now if I go to the debug session, start debug session, in the debug session same port P1 is required, so it's already opened, so I don't want to do any changes, so I will go to directly continuous run. Okay, so this is what is called the alternate LEDs blinking. How did I get it? Just by changing the code. If you want, I can show you here. This is your phi and phi. The lower nibble is phi and the higher nibble is also phi. Okay, if you want, you can check it. This is the lower nibble pattern. So if you want 8, then you will get 8. F, sorry. This is F, and this is 8. 8 plus 4, C. Okay, if you want 10, this is the 10. 8 plus 2, 10. Okay, then 11, 15. Okay, so like this you can do the blinking pattern. So if you want all LEDs to become off, the value is FF. If you want only certain LEDs to become off, the value is phi. So okay, like this. This is phi. Opposite value is what? This will be tick and this will be not tick. Okay, so then what happens? It will become AA. So that you can observe. Okay, so it is going from phi to AA with some delay, and after that it is again going back to 5 again with some delay. Okay, so this is how we will write a program for alternate LEDs blinking pattern. And similarly, if you want, you can try any other blinking pattern. Say for example here 0F, opposite value will be what? F0. Okay, so click on this, continue, check for any error. There is no error. So for every change in the program, you already know that it is mandatory to compile the program, and then only you have to check for the output, otherwise previous output will be shown. See here, this is the alternate LEDs, alternate nibble. First for lower nibble, then higher nibble, lower nibble, higher nibble, like that. Okay, so if you want to generate any kind of this type of delays, you can do that by just calculating here itself how much value you have to pass. Okay, so if you want to toggle 3 LEDs, but of course the 3 is not possible here, because we have totally there are 8. Okay, so first 2, next 2 not. Okay, you want to switch on the next 2 and then switch off the next 3. Okay, and its opposite value will be what? Its opposite, this value you note down, it is E3. Okay, so E3 you just note down somewhere, and then the next value is 1C. So E3 and 1C, if you load these two values, E3 here and 1C, E3 and 1C, let us see what could be the output you are going to expect. Same whatever I have shown you will come or not. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is how you can generate any desired blinking pattern. Just what you have to do is give power supply, that is voltage 5 volts to that particular pin, and then remove it. Give the power and then remove it. So that will make the LED to be in a blinking state. Okay, so this is the program which we wrote for blinking 8 LEDs at a time, whether all LEDs or alternate LEDs or 4 LEDs or 3 LEDs, something like that. But my question now is, I want a pattern in such a way that you have to show me only one LED blinking. This is the only pattern, this is the only thing I want, only one LED blinking. Okay, sir, you only told just now, right? So one value you observe which is FF, and then other value is FE. Similarly, if you want 6th LED to be blinked, one value will be FF, other value will be BF, and then 7F. Okay, so if you write a program like that, then automatically what happens? The respective LED will be on and off. But first let us write it and then let us discuss about that. FF and then 7F. Okay, so if I write a program like this, then you observe what is happening. Only this LED will be is the target. Our target is this 6th LED should be on and off. 7th LED should be on and off. So 7th LED is becoming on and off, of course. But what is the drawback in this program is, you are programming all the 8 LEDs. You are forcibly making the rest of the 7 LEDs to be off. They are always off. Okay, so sir, what is this? What is wrong with you? So you only telling that I want only 7th LED to be on and off. Rest of the LEDs will definitely be off only. But what I am writing is, I am writing in such a way that they are becoming continuously off. I need not program, but I am programming them to make them continuously off. Okay, so instead of giving power supply and removing power supply to that particular pin, to that entire port, what I have to do is I have to just program only 7th pin. 7th pin only if you can program, then that LED will be on off continuously. It will be in a toggling state. So if you can do that, then that will be better. That is that programming is called as bit addressability. Bit, only one particular bit of the microcontroller we are programming. So it is called bit addressability, and the one which we are doing as of now, it is called as byte addressability. I am programming the entire byte. I am passing the value to the entire byte of the that particular port. Okay, so in the next video, let us see how to program such a single LED. Okay, and also that will help you to write a program to develop the logic for LED traveling. So just until the next video, you keep trying the logic. What could be the logic for just switching on only one LED instead of doing byte programmability? How can you do a bit programmability? So all those things you just keep a research on that particular thing. So we will meet again in the next video. Until then, take care.